Hi, I'm Carol Moore. Welcome to Vignette. Tonight we have a very interesting guest. You're going to enjoy him as much as I am, I'm sure. My guest, Greg Dwyer. Dwyer.
That's okay. We were just talking about Wayne Dyer earlier. And
That's right.
People make the mistake.
Yeah.
I've heard it before. That's okay.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
You are an inspirational speaker.
Mm-hmm.
Is this what you wanted to be when you were a little boy?
When I was a little boy, I became a showman when I was about in 4th grade.
Okay, a showman doing what?
Well, it was music class, and I remember it like yesterday. We were sitting down, and the teacher, his name was Mr. White, he asked us to come forward. They put a chair there, and then we had to go around the chair with one person in front and one person in behind, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
And so I just remember getting in front of the girl, and the whole room just laughed, and I was in 4th grade, and I thought...
And you liked it.
I said, I can make people laugh.
Yeah.
And so, like, I was born the showman.
Oh.
So throughout my life, yes, very much. Yeah.
You like being in the public eye.
You know, most people don't like to speak publicly.
Yeah.
I have no problem.
Yeah.
I do it every week. So, yeah, I love it. I enjoy it, yes.
And playing around as a child, you got into magic?
Yes. I was at my grandmother's house,
Mm-hmm.
and my uncle, who was in showbiz, he was a dancer with his wife, my aunt. He took a quarter, and he went like this, and it was gone. And I was probably like 8 years old,
Yeah.
and I said, that's it.
Yeah.
So
Did he take it from behind your ear?
I don't remember what he did.
Yeah.
But all I know is the awe and the wonder of like, wait a minute, where'd it go, you know?
Yeah,
And so
yeah.
then they bought me a magic kit for Christmas and took me to see Doug Henning in New York. And so, yeah, by the time I was in high school, I was doing magic professionally.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where were you born?
New Fairfield, Connecticut. Grew up-
Really?
yeah, so not too
Okay.
far from where we are right now.
Yeah, and now you live in Bantam, so you didn't get too far away from home.
No, I wandered away.
Yeah.
I went out to Missouri and got a
Okay.
master's degree there and spent some time in Ohio.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, your heart is where you grew up.
Isn't that?
Yeah.
I think that's very true.
Yeah, so.
So you have quite a few degrees. You're a minister.
Yes.
And you've got a lot of letters behind your name.
Yeah, in 1992, I graduated from Concordia Seminary. So I have a master's degree. It's a Lutheran seminary. And then after 15, 20 years of being out, I wanted to go back. So recently, 2012, I graduated from St. Joseph's in New York. That's a Catholic seminary. And they had
Why did you do that?
just to be challenged academically, to see both sides of the coin. You know,
Okay.
after being in the Lutheran Church for all of those years and hearing rumors like this is the way it is, I really
The
wanted
only
to go.
way.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
really wanted
yeah,
to go and
yeah,
hear it from the
yeah.
horse's mouth. And I
Yeah.
was raised Catholic. My mom was very religious. She was a very devout Catholic, but she also listened to the Protestants. And, you know, I'm a devout Christian, and I understand the Protestant mindset, and I understand the Catholic mindset. And
That's good.
yeah, I'm
That's
very
good.
ecumenical,
Yeah,
very
yeah.
open-minded, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And not only do you do that, but you're an inspirational speaker
Right.
on top. Now, that's not just your sermon, which
No.
probably is pretty good.
You know,
Yeah.
people have told me it's been mesmerizing and they
Yeah.
enjoy it, and I don't read from a teleprompter and I
Yeah.
don't have notes per se, but what happened is I just realized that I wanted to reach more people. Like, we
Okay.
have a church of
Yeah.
over 300 people on Sunday, and I love doing that. We broadcast the sermons live, but this way I can get out with a very positive message.
And not necessarily a religious setting.
Exactly. You know, it's really about living to one's full potential,
Okay.
and it's really about helping people live to their full potential. And I think a lot of times people get stuck in negative behavior
Yeah,
or negative
yeah,
thoughts,
yeah.
and they kind of give up on life.
So how do you introduce yourself? Say there's a room full of 50 people.
Right.
And you walk in. What do you do?
Well, it depends on the situation, you know, because I do a lot of things. If I'm at a situation where, you know, it is a religious situation, yes, I'm a minister, I can talk to them about that. Other times I tell people that I'm a mastermind coach and that I help
Yeah.
people get to the next level, and I start asking them questions that, you know, what do they want to do in life?
Now, what's this diamond connection that you have?
Well, what happened was years ago when I was ordained, I went to Ohio. And after
I have relatives that live in Ohio.
whereabouts?
Urbana.
I don't know, where is that? I don't know where that is.
It's between Springfield and Cleveland.
Okay, I was in Cleveland for 7 years.
Yeah.
So I went to college and then I went to seminary, and after 8 years of school, I get out, I get ordained, and I think my salary was $18,000 a year back in
Wow.
1992.
Yeah.
So the secretary was probably making 15. So a good friend of mine was involved in a direct sales network marketing company that sold vitamins, and I didn't really want anything to do with that at all. I had nothing good to say about any of that. But I eventually got involved, and that led to the personal growth movement. And
So you were selling vitamins person to person.
I was, and I was also building a distributorship or what's the word?
Yeah.
Distributorship? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're looking to build people that are independent distributors.
Not a pyramid kind
Not
of.
a pyramid, no. Mostly
But
like a franchise.
Yeah, okay.
But the missing piece is if a person doesn't believe in themselves or they don't believe in the product,
They can't sell.
because, as you know,
Yeah.
what you're really selling is yourself.
That's right.
So that led to a couple forums, a couple seminars, a couple, many books. And
Oh, you've written books?
read them. I mean, my
Oh,
library
okay.
is my house.
Okay.
My house is
Okay.
my library.
Okay, I understand that. I have a den like that.
Do you?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So what came out of that was a coaching opportunity, and it was called Diamond Mind. And so we did that for a few years and trained a lot of people all over the world over the internet and over the phone. And then
Now, is this a company, your company, or you're working for somebody else?
This was back 1997, and I was working with a partner in Texas,
Okay.
and we collaborated together and put together this program. But the idea of a diamond just stuck with me, even when I walked away from that business. So Diamond Mind Potential is the name of my company, and it's focused on personal growth. It's morphed over the years and changed, so.
Diamond Mind, the words are really cool.
Yeah.
Because you think of the image of a diamond. First of all, most of them are cut like
Yes,
this, and
exactly.
they go up.
Yes.
And the light refracts,
Exactly.
and the light goes up, and it
Exactly.
goes out.
Yes.
So you have that, and they sparkle, and they're just a great image. Besides, you can see there's a clarity with a diamond.
Right, and there's also a time where a diamond is not a diamond and it has to go through a process of becoming.
Just a lump of coal.
Yes.
Okay.
So, there's
Okay.
so many metaphors behind it. There's
Yeah.
even a metaphor of God behind it or the universe. And so I just resonate towards it, and I just feel very positive about
Yeah.
it. So that's my
it's
logo.
It's a beautiful image,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, yeah.
Who doesn't like a diamond?
especially women, but also
Yeah.
men as well. That's,
Oh, yes.
yeah, sure.
So if you're working on a diamond mind, what does that mean for the mind?
It means being unstoppable. It means pushing past boundaries that maybe you've learned from your childhood or your past, maybe society that's put there, maybe the media. I mean,
How do you get beyond a stumbling block where you've run as far as you can and you hit something you're not quite sure what it is even? How do you get beyond that with words?
well, one is I think you have to have a good support team. You have to have
Okay.
people, family, friends, or a coach, or someone that can guide you either above it, below it,
Or
around
through
it.
it.
Yeah, and really it's a
Yeah.
mindset. Harry Houdini, everybody knows Harry
Yeah.
Houdini.
Right.
He had a mindset that he was going to escape and he was going to, make something happen that looked impossible. And he had a saying that said this, and the quote goes like this: "My brain is the key that sets me free."
Ooh.
So like Conan Doyle and all of these people who saw him perform actually thought he had supernatural powers. And he would come back and say, "It is my mind. It's my brain." So he thought differently.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
Diamond Mind
Yeah.
Potential is really about assisting people to think differently and look at the whole box differently
Okay.
to see the opportunity.
Okay, tell me how have you helped people? What kind of situations? The before and after.
Well, I do one-on coaching with people,
Okay.
either in my house or my office, and I see a lot of people in the church who are struggling with low self-esteem or
Yeah.
stress. So I've coached people that way. I've also worked with families. Virginia Satir, I don't know if you know her, but she was a family therapist that helped people within the system of looking at the whole family dynamics and helping someone make a change. And so sometimes
One person in a family doesn't change, the whole family changes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I've helped
Yeah.
people make those changes. Sometimes it's kind of hard because you actually have to leave relationships. You have to leave that family environment, or sometimes friends. I've helped many people make those shifts.
Yeah, that's hard.
But they have to want it. I can't.
That's the first clue right there.
They have
you
to
have to want to do it.
They have to have the desire.
Yeah.
So.
You live in the Litchfield, Bantam area
Yes, I
right
do.
now, and you would like to present yourself to groups?
Sure.
Okay.
Oh, that would be great. Yeah.
A lot of club meetings and church groups, maybe community groups. Okay. How would somebody get a hold of you?
It's easy. It's my name, just GregDwyer.com. So it's Greg.
Yeah.
And Dwyer is spelled D as in day, W as in Wednesday, Y as in yesterday, ER. So it's just GregDwyer.com. And they can find me there, and there's a place where they can sign up for my newsletter, or they could just call me.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you also have a brand new website.
Yes, we just launched it this week, so I'm really excited about it.
Good.
Yeah.
And there's contact information on that.
Exactly. If they just go to GregDwyer.com, they'll find me. Yeah.
So you and I are sitting here. If you had a client come in, do you call them clients?
Sometimes clients, in some cases, they're parishioners, because I work with people that are part of my church.
Yeah.
Some people I work with for free, pro bono. Other people, they are my clients. They'll pay me on a monthly basis. Usually I don't work with someone past 90 days. We really set out a goal for them to achieve, and I don't really want them dependent on me. I want them to be self-empowered. And
you want them to fly away.
Exactly.
Okay.
And tell other people. That's really, referrals are really my business.
And you love what you're doing.
I love it. It's passionate. Yes.
I could tell because you smile when you're talking about it. You really like what you're doing.
I do.
You like people.
I love people. I love teaching. I love speaking. I don't work. A lot of times, people say, well, you have to go to work, or you have to go here. And I mean, this isn't work for you.
No, it is not work for me. That's my passion.
Right, and this is my passion. And I don't paint, but I work with ideas, I work with thoughts, and I work with people's concept of reality, because this is all perception.
Yes, it is.
And so what I do is I work with a person, they have a certain perception of reality, and I'm able to help them see other opportunities. That's what I do. Yeah.
If someone is kind of myopic view on something, you can break down those walls a little bit so they can look a little left and a little right.
Yes. Well, this comes from Virginia Satir, and what she said was most people have a way of deleting information that they're not even aware of. They delete it. Like they don't see the ladder over here, or they don't see the opportunity over here, because they are myopic, like you just said. So we have a tendency to delete information that can help us. We also...
Out of fear?
Out of fear, and out of a pattern that we've run so many times that it's familiar, and then we don't see the opportunity. It's
like somebody who repeats the same mistake over and over and over and over and over again.
Exactly. Right. So we delete, and the other one is we distort reality. Like we'll say, oh, my husband leaves the socks all over the place. And Virginia Satir would say, all over, like everywhere? Like, so you distort.
Yeah. He leaves them by the side of the bed.
Yes.
Yeah, on the floor.
Right there. Yeah, that's it.
That's all over the place.
And then generalizations, people make, and I do too, we make generalizations about how people are or how the world is. But like if you get to travel internationally, or you get to meet different people, they have a different map of reality. And so that's what I help to do by asking questions and getting people to process and challenge their beliefs. So it's a process. It's a process.
What person have you helped the most? Not without a name. What kind of a situation do you feel